Hey YouTube fam, I was trying to come on here earlier before the light, while I got some light, but it's just been a busy weekend. But I did promise one of my YouTube fam, also CGR fam, um, to come on here and do an updated review of using these new leather conditioner. So Leather Honey I purchased from Amazon.com I think last weekend, and yeah, I love it. Definitely love it. Okay, and that's the cleaner. So before Um, I was a huge Big Four leather conditioner fan, and I still love it. It just wasn't really working for my Coach bags. And I used to really use it on my Dooney and Burks, and especially on the Florentine leather. It was amazing. And so, and then the Coach have their own leather moisturizer. And I have used it on some of the leather pieces, but I feel like it needed a little bit more moisturization. So some of them were starting to have this film. So I showed you on the last video that I conditioned this piece. I've been carrying this piece this past week. Um, so cute, isn't she? The penguin. What's that on there? Oh, just a little thing on it. A penguin carrying martini glass, a champagne glass, a wine glass. So it's cute. So I've been just carrying this past week. Anywho, so I conditioned this and it still looked good. It still has that nice, conditioned look. It's not looking dry or anything. So it really passed the test, and I definitely will be continuing to use Leather Honey. And also, this bag was already looking pretty good, but I had the handles. It's glove tan leather, smooth glove tan leather, but it's in the color oxblood, and I'm finding that the oxblood colors develop this kind of like with use, like continued use, like this. It it gives a white residue look. Okay, so I think it's more it gets dry. Okay, so it shows the dryness, and it makes it seem like it's like leather conditioner residue. But I know that's not the case because I'm gonna show you, for example, my Space Rogue. It's was new. I purchased it via the phone from a Coach outlet, and it came from the Jacksonville warehouse last year from Coach. And I had never used anything on it, and you see how it has this little white spots. Can you see it right here, all here, like that? And maybe you can see more on the inside too. Ooh, all of my phone's going dead. So you can see. So I saved it. You see how it looks? So I had never had used anything on it. So I was like, oh, it's dry, let me go get some leather conditioner. And so I went to Coach and I got their leather conditioner. I used it on it, and then after using it again, it showed up like that again. And I was like, so that was the first time. So I'm like, okay, so that didn't work. So let me use the Big Four. And went away and then back again. All right, so I know for sure, for sure, I can't see. I know for sure it was not like, since it was a new bag, it was not that. It was like, you can't have where they call like this wet residue from over conditioning. But I knew for sure that's not the case because it was a new bag and it had never been conditioned, and it had that. So I think it's the oxblood color handles. It shows that. So it was starting to show on this one. So I went ahead and used the Leather Honey, and you see how great it looked. It doesn't have a white residue on it. Well, this is not oxblood, but this is actually Bordeaux. But anyway, in that same color family scheme, it was starting to have those white patches. So with the Leather Honey, it took care of it. And it's been like that, and I've used it and no issue with it. As in before with this one, when I would use it over time, like it just got dry again. So here we go. So here's the cloth. All this talking, let me go straight to the point. Okay, so this is the cloth that came with it, lint-free cloth. Um, and then the leather cleaner, and then the leather conditioner. Okay, so these all these three together came out to like 40 bucks. Okay, so instructions for the this is the cleaner. I am gonna use it just like, you know, to remove any of the previous condition if that's what's also adding to it. You're supposed to only use 1 ounce, which is 2 tablespoons of this concentrated cleaner per 1 cup of water. Okay. Do not oversaturate. Allow the leather to dry, and then follow up with the honey leather conditioner. So this is what I did. I didn't put it in a cup. I didn't measure it out. I'm always bucking the system and doing my own thing. Hot mess. So I'm trying to find a spot where I had not used. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna put the leather cleaner. See, the sun's starting to go down already. I'm sorry, I've just been kind of crazy and trying to get stuff, you know, real life stuff done, and coming on here, and I just take a little bit of bottled water and I just pour it on it. So I put like a dime size drop. You see it? That I put up the leather cleaner on here, and I put some water. This is what I did. Boom. And then I go like this. It lathers up. You can hear it. It's lathering up. It smells like soap. Yeah. So I take that, and let's go ahead and clean this bad boy. I'm just trying to show it on camera. There we go. So I rub it. And then so I'm like just washing if there's any of that residue. If it is just dryness, go ahead and start off with the clean surface. Okay, taking off that Coach conditioner, whatever that's that, or if it's not even on there anymore. Okay, so that's that. And let's do here. Same thing. So you guys, I saw how it had looked. You can see the lighting is starting to go. You can see it here. See that dry looking thing. Alright, so I got that taken care of. Alright. And it dries pretty fast actually. Like this is already like, and just the cleaning off of it, it's like a clean slate. And it's already starting to dry. Alright. Yeah, it smells like soap. Alright, so to me it's dry enough, and let's get to it. Alright, so I just get a dry spot on the lint cloth. Use the leather honey conditioner. So I already used the cleaner. Took off whatever that was on there or not. And boom. And let's condition it. You know what? I'm also going to come back like tomorrow so you can see how it looks, you know, if it returns, because that was the problem I was having with the Coach leather conditioner, is I conditioned it, and then when it dried up, it was back to, you know, this ashy looking thing again. And so I was like, yeah, it's not happening. I don't know, probably also because, you know, we're in winter time, so it was not sufficient for that leather. Oh, look how that looks. Now, doesn't that look just, yes. That bad boy is moisturized. That skin is moisturized. So, And it's funny that this thing, you know, it's a secret recipe. It's been used since 1968. It's interesting that it says it's non-toxic, no non-toxic, water repellent, controls mildew, and no oily residue. But it feels a little bit oily. No oily residue, but it feels like it's some kind of oil in there. But whatever, it's doing the job. So supposedly this company, this leather honey company, it started in 19, what year, 68 I said? Yeah, and it was like the family, what they did a test trial where they would use postman workers with their shoes. You know, back in the days, the soles of the shoes were made with leather, and so they did this trial of, if you moisturize the sole leather with their recipe, that the sole of the shoes would last longer. And so, and did what they did, they treated one sole of one of the shoes with their special recipe, which is still this. It was called something else back in the days in 1960. And go on their website, they tell their whole story. And then they untreated the other one, leather sole. So the postman did his regular deliveries and runs and stuff, and then they did a comparison, and the one that was untreated without their formula, pretty much toe up and broke down and needed to be replaced. And then the one that was treated with their leather conditioner of the sole, it lasted like twice as long or 3 times as long or something like that, right? So ever since then, it was like the on and popping for them. And then when the materials change in shoe making and they don't make, the shoes with leather soles, and they started making it with rubber and stuff like that, it kind of went by the wayside. And then their family brought the secret recipe again and started selling it to to the horse industry, equestrian industry, with their saddles and stuff. So people have been using it for years on their saddle. And so I think just recently they started marketing it to the large market for bags and all kinds of stuff. Your bags, your leather goods, your leather jackets and so forth like that. So when I found it, I was just like, oh my gosh, did research, and they did on their website, they compared, to other brands. Like they did a comparison on their blog with their stuff and with Big Four. They did it with their stuff and other, popular leather conditioners. So check out their website. No, I'm not sponsored. I bought the stuff with my money from Amazon.com, but I like to share stuff that works for me, and hopefully, it works for you, and give it a try. I'm still like conditioning this with the leather goods. So this is how it looks. I know the sun just completely set for me, but you don't see like the white residue anymore. It looks moisturized. You see here, nothing, just conditioned. Nothing. So, boom. I could probably condition here, but it looks good to me. This looks fine. When I had conditioned it out, this handle with the Coach leather conditioner at one time when this was looking dry, I went ahead and conditioned her, and this looks good. So she doesn't, Miss Space Road doesn't need anything on the body. It was the handle, and I think it's with all the usage, and then with the cold weather, my previous leather conditioners was not doing it. So I did it for this one, and this one looks fine too now that I have it in this lining. But we can just do a test on this one on my Coach Rodarte Courier. Left this bag. So let's go ahead and do a quick one. Since I have it down here, I just have brought it down with me. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see anything with this light going down. I'm going to wrap it up real quick, but let's see. You can see on this smooth leather. It doesn't have a smell like the leather honey. No, it doesn't have a smell. So I like it that it doesn't have a smell, so you can still smell your, you know, your leather goods, the whatever original leather smell that's, you know, it's not being masked with anything like florally or anything like that. You know, this really didn't need no conditioner, but I just wanted to try it on this. But it looks nicer now that I look at it. Now that I have placed it, it does look better. You're not gonna see it on camera because it's going dark. So let me wrap this this video up because you guys not gonna see anything else. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this one too because it's on the handle. It's doing the same thing with the white residue. It's more on the inside. I can't see it now because it's dark. Alright guys, hope you guys having a wonderful month of January so far. It is almost over. Hopefully it's an awesome start to the year. I've been really, you know, on enjoying what I have and focusing on returning back to my first love, which is reading books. So I just finished reading I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Dr. Maya Angelou. The foreword was by Oprah Winfrey. The last time I read this book, it was in high school, so that was 17 years ago. Yeah, time flies. Has it been 17? Yes, I graduated in 2002, so time flies. That's crazy, y'all. I can't remember when I was like, oh, I can't wait for a 10-year high school 10-year reunion. It's like, it's about to be 20. That's crazy. Anywho, so I've been focusing on doing more activities and less bag buying and enjoying what I have. So I'm doing that. And when I get tempted, you know, I just go do other stuff. So I've been picking up more activities of hobbies, reading books and getting into my fitness and getting my muscle definition back and so forth. And I want to compete this year. So that's going on. So I'm focusing on that. And what else? Traveling. So I'm planning for this year for my husband and I to go to Santorini, Greece for our 10 years marriage anniversary, do our renewal there. So that's, you know, my funds going to that and just doing more life experiences. So, okay, I mean, I've been talking for 20 minutes, y'all, so let me go. All right, bye, y'all.